So for my Libra friends, thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to share with you your December 2025 astrology forecast. My name is Patricia Tate with Willow Astrology, and let's talk about how December of 2025 is now going to unfold for you. The universe is literally calling you inward. It wants you to look at balance between grace and truth. You have spent much of this year learning how to hold harmony for everybody and everything within the world that rarely feels still. And this month, the wisdom, it now embodies the truth. You are remembering that peace isn't something that you chase. It's something that you cultivate through presence. December offers this shift from scattering your energy everywhere into gathering it, from thinking about beauty to becoming it. This final month of the year, it's about reconnecting you with the essence of Libra energy, creating harmony through awareness, love through understanding, and strength through softness. I want to start off with December 4th. For you, you're going to have this Gemini full moon, and it is in your 9th house, and it is opposite of Venus and the sun in your 3rd house. Now, the 3rd house is the house of communication, and the 9th house is the house of learning and cross-cultural experiences. Venus being your chart ruler, it's always important with where is she and what is she doing. And so this lunation, it brings about an illumination to your ideas, your voice, how you share your truth with others. Maybe it's something that you've been studying or teaching or exploring since mid-year. The Gemini new moon now reaches a completion or clarity. The energy is very electric. It's illuminating for you. There's this reminder that your words, that they carry power and that your perspective matters. Now, Venus in Sagittarius opposing this full moon, you might feel like you are being stretched between seeking the higher wisdom, the higher meaning of everyday details. It's as though your mind, it wants to explore the horizon, and your heart, it wants to connect right here with where you are. The 3rd house is your close community. The 9th house is cross-cultural experiences far and wide. So look to balance this by allowing inspiration to become communication for you. Speak your wisdom, but keep it rooted in compassion. You don't have to convince anyone. You only need to express what feels real for you. This full moon, it can also bring about a revelation about your spiritual path, a moment when a belief that you have outgrown, it finally releases its hold on you. Look to let truth evolve. Wisdom is alive. It's not fixed. If emotions rise around travel or education or these shared ideals, take this as a sign of expansion. Your worldview, it's widening, and this is the illumination that helps you to choose the perspective that best will serve your soul. Now, just a few days later, on December 8th, we're now going to have Mars in Sagittarius. So we're still having that Sagittarius theme of your 3rd house. And it will be in a square with Saturn in the sign of Pisces in your 6th house. Remember that squares are hard aspects. They need to be integrated. And so the energy, it asks you to slow down, to pause, to work methodically. Mars in Sagittarius, it wants movement. So perhaps there's new projects or travels or conversations. But Saturn in Pisces, it demands structure, focus, and rest. Saturn, I always say it has the rings around it, and it wants the short, middle, long-term goals, but it also wants, it's the fence around the yard. That Saturn wants the boundaries. And so you might feel like the universe is causing you to pause. There's pressure to slow down, especially if your communication, if it feels blocked, or schedules, if they feel or become overwhelming. The sixth house is your daily habits. Instead of forcing progress at this time, allow space for reflection. Sometimes the delays are divine timing. They help you to refine your message and for you to realign your energy to move forward. Now, in your daily life, this square, it might highlight habits or routines that need balance, where things are out of alignment, out of whack. Maybe your mind has been racing, or your calendar is just too full. Your nervous system, it stretches thin. Saturn whispers, it's time to simplify. The fewer distractions, the greater your peace. The key is to pace yourself. Mars gives the energy. Saturn gives the endurance. It gives the direction. Together, they teach the art of thoughtful momentum. Now, this is about knowing when to speak, when to listen, when to act, when to wait. You don't need to be everywhere and do everything. Focus your energy on what truly matters and just let the rest dissolve. Now, as we move just a couple of days later to December 10th, we now have Neptune stationing direct. So we're still with the Piscean themes, and Neptune is now ready to move forward. So mid-month, this is a powerful current think back to June. Neptune had stationed retrograde, and it blurred, it made everything foggy within boundaries of between your acts of service, supporting others, and self-sacrifice. You have been navigating, where do you give your energy and where do you need to pull back? What is reciprocity? As Neptune now stations direct, clarity can now slowly return. You might feel renewed inspiration with purpose, especially if your work involves healing or creativity or helping others. The sixth house is alternative health and healing modalities. And so there's this awakening here within your daily routines that can be sacred when they're done with mindfulness. This is also a call for you to care for your body and your spirit, to align mind, body, and spirit, because it's equally as important as these parts of your everyday well-being. Neptune reminds you that self-compassion is the foundation of true productivity for you. Now, on the same day, Mercury in your second house is going to form an opposition to Uranus in your eighth house. So oppositions are literally that. It's when one looks at the other and says, something has to shift here. Let's integrate this. Uranus wants freedom and liberation. Mercury is the way we communicate. And so this could bring sudden insights or changes that involve your finances, the second house, your resources, your self-worth. There could be something long held that can literally shift unexpectedly, perhaps a realization about what you value the most. If surprises come, because that's what Uranus brings, stay flexible. Uranus brings about liberation through the act of disruption. The goal is for it to leave room for the alignment. Now, financially or emotionally, there can be new understanding that now blossoms, and stability comes not from control, but from trust. Now, as we move towards December 15th, just a few days later, we're now going to have Mars enter into the sign of Capricorn. Remember, it was in Sagittarius, and now it's focused on the bottom of your chart, the cradle, the fourth house, the home, your emotional roots. Mars in Capricorn is very practical, very determined. It is ready to build right here. It fuels your desire to create structure within your own foundation, your own personal world, your home environment, your boundaries, your own inner foundation. You might feel motivated to reorganize or redecorate or to take on a home project. Now, on a deeper level, you are strengthening your roots that sustain your outer growth. Think of it as the tree grows its root deep, so its branches can branch out far and wide. This can be about family dynamics, that it also brings them to the surface for a review. Mars stirs the energy wherever it travels. That's its goal. And In your fourth house, it could highlight buried emotions or unspoken needs. Rather than resisting this, use this energy to highlight clarity. It's about creating and expressing what's been unsaid with a calm courage. You are learning to redefine what does security and stability mean for you. It's not just about the house that you live in. It's about how safe you feel in your own heart. Mars is helping you to rebuild that safety through intention and consistency. By nurturing your own inner foundations, you are preparing yourself for the expansion of what 2026 is going to bring you. Now, let's move to December 19th. So just a few days later, we're now focused on the new moon. The new moon comes with Venus here. So it's in your third house. A new moon in the sign of Sagittarius, the third house of communication, ideas, short distance travel, neighbors, siblings, cousins, joining Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and connection. This is one of the most uplifting lunations of the year for you. This is a renewal of hope, of inspiration, of mental clarity. I would expect new opportunities in teaching or in writing or in speaking or in creative communication are now going to be possible for you. You may begin a new study or launch a project or reconnect with siblings or neighbors in beautiful, meaningful ways. Venus adds this warmth and ease to your conversations, helping you to find this common ground where there was once distance. Words can flow more freely, and understanding, it can deepen between you and others. This new moon, it also supports healing within relationships through honesty and kindness. The communication, this becomes your superpower. It's not about winning, but it's about connecting with others. If your life has felt mentally cluttered, this lunation, it's here to help you clear the noise and to open your heart to curiosity again, to let inspiration guide you, saying yes to ideas that excite your spirit, and to trust that they're here to lead you towards your growth. This new moon in Sagittarius, it brings laughter and learning and lightness and happiness. It's a reminder that wisdom can be joyful and not heavy. Now, for you, December of 2025 is this symphony of clarity and reflection and a reconnection. The year ends with you returning to what truly matters: peace, truth, and harmony within yourself. The Gemini full moon is here to awaken your mind. It's here to broaden your perspectives, your worldview. Mars square Saturn, it's teaching you that patience and balance needs to be within your words and in with your daily routines. Neptune direct. I love this because it's here to restore the compassion and clarity to your work and your health. And Mars in Capricorn is here to now move things forward, to ground you into emotional stability, and to empower you to nurture your own foundation, your home. And then the Sagittarius new moon is here to renew your curiosity, creativity, and capacity for connection with others. Every single transit is weaving together this story for you of balance between air and earth, between dreaming and actually doing. You are learning that peace, it doesn't come from just keeping everybody happy, but from keeping yourself centered. This month is inviting simplicity for you. Speak with intention. Choose grace over reaction. And above all, make space for stillness, because that's where the balance returns. You are being reminded that beauty is not just an aesthetic. It's a vibration, one that you can carry with when your inner world is aligned. When you speak truthfully and you live gently, you become the harmony that others seek. Your soul lesson this month is about the art of graceful communication. You are rediscovering the power of your voice, not to persuade, but to bring understanding. Mars and Saturn, they remind you that silence can be just as powerful as your speech. And Neptune, it teaches you that compassion is your greatest strength. You are learning how to set boundaries with love and to express truth with empathy. Your inner peace, it doesn't depend on outer agreement. It flows from authenticity, from knowing that you have spoken and acted with integrity. Spiritually, December is reawakening your faith in connection. The people, the opportunities, these things that are entering into your life now are reflecting the harmony that you have cultivated within. Let joy be your teacher this month. Laughter, it heals just as deeply as reflection. It brings beauty and clarity where logic fails us. This month is your soul's exhale, a moment to rest in the truth that balances in your nature, and it's not a burden. If you are looking for more, I have created a 2026 year ahead astrology forecast for each sign. And you can look at just your sign, or you can get all 12 and have your sun, moon, and rising to understand the full picture of working with the energy and being in alignment. So my Libra friends, a mantra for you can be, I speak with love and I act with peace, because my words heal and my presence, it harmonizes. So for my Libra friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below.